Imagine waking up, checking your bank account, and just feeling calm. Like your money isn't the source of stress.
Hmm.
Instead, it's the silent partner, handling bills, growing investments, and leaving you cash you can spend without feeling guilty.
Sounds pretty good.
Sounds like a dream, right?
Mhm.
Well, today we're doing a deep dive into Ramit Sethi's book, I Will Teach You to Be Rich. We're looking at his whole idea of building your own rich life.
Yeah.
And just to be clear, this isn't about getting rich quick. It's about finding a practical, stress-free system for your money. Okay, let's unpack this.
Well, what's fascinating here is how Sethi frames it.
Mm-hmm.
Money isn't about restriction.
Right.
It's a tool, a powerful one, actually, to design the life you genuinely love.
Mhm.
And his whole philosophy is pretty distinct. He says, forget the tiny sacrifices, like agonizing over coffee.
Yeah, you hear that all the time.
Exactly. Focus on the big wins, he calls them. It's kind of a psychological shift, you know?
Yeah.
Taking money from this daily worry to just something that works in the background.
Yeah. And that starts with figuring out what that rich life even means for you personally.
Mhm.
It's not chasing some huge number or what society tells you success looks like. It's about setting up your finances to support your idea of happiness.
It's freedom, not just fortune.
Right.
And if we connect this to the bigger picture, Sethi really pushes back against conventional wisdom.
Hmm.
He makes you ask, what does success actually mean to me?
Personally.
Yes, personally.
Yeah.
That definition is the foundation. It lets you build financial habits that actually align with your values, not someone else's.
Okay, so defining your rich life is step one. That's crucial. But what's the most, practical thing Sethi says to start living it? How do you begin?
That brings us right to his core principle,
Yeah.
automating your finances.
The autopilot system.
Exactly. Imagine your paycheck lands and boom, automatically, money flows to savings, some goes to investments, bills get paid.
Without you doing anything.
Right. And what's left over? That's your guilt-free spending money. It takes the daily decision-making and the
Yeah.
willpower right out of it.
Yeah, willpower is unreliable.
Totally. So you build this consistent system, and it turns good intentions into actual progress month after month.
What I found really insightful was that point you mentioned, looking beyond the tiny sacrifices. Why is he so against the stop buying lattes advice?
Because he argues that sweating the small stuff, like a $3 coffee, it distracts you.
Okay.
It distracts from the big wins that truly move the financial needle. Think about negotiating a raise that could be tens of thousands, or picking the right credit card to avoid fees, setting up long-term investments. He tells this story, it's quite powerful, about someone stressing over coffee but ignoring a potential $40,000 salary bump they could have negotiated.
Wow. The scale is just completely different.
Exactly.
Okay, so focusing on big wins. And related to spending, he talks about money dials. How do you even figure out what those are for yourself?
Yeah, the money dials. These are the specific things you love spending on. Maybe it's travel for you, or eating out, or maybe it's buying back your time, like working fewer hours.
Things that bring real joy.
Precisely. And the strategy is smart. You consciously decide to crank up spending on those dials, guilt-free, but then you ruthlessly cut back on everything else that doesn't bring you that same level of value or joy.
So intentional spending amplified.
Yeah. Money becomes a tool to enhance the life you want, not just a blanket restriction.
Sethi also does a great job demystifying investing. So many people are intimidated, right? Thinking they need to be experts or time the market perfectly.
Oh, absolutely. And he simplifies it brilliantly. His advice is basically start early,
Okay.
invest consistently, even if it's just a few $100s a month into simple things like index funds.
Yeah.
You know, those baskets of stocks that track the market.
Low cost, diversified.
Right. And then just let compound interest, that magic where your earnings start making their own earnings, do the heavy lifting over time. Decades, really.
So set it and forget it, almost. No complex strategies needed.
Pretty much. A simple plan, executed consistently, beats complex plans you never start or stick with.
And underneath all of this, the core lesson seems to be circling back to defining your own rich life, not society's version.
Exactly. Forget the big house, the fancy car, if that's not genuinely what you want.
Right.
This raises an important question for everyone listening. What does your rich, meaningful life actually look like? Money's job, in Sethi's view, is to help you achieve your version of that life, not someone else's blueprint for success. It's about authentic fulfillment on your terms.
You know, what's so refreshing about this whole approach as we've unpacked it is that it's not about being cheap or constantly restricting yourself.
Not at all.
It's about building smart systems, automating things, and then making confident choices so you can actually enjoy life, your life, on your terms.
And ultimately, being rich, in this sense, isn't just about the dollar amount. It's about freedom.
Freedom.
The freedom to live the life you want, moving from feeling, overwhelmed by money to feeling in control, mastering it rather than being mastered by it.
So what does this all mean for you listening right now? Maybe think about this. What's one simple automated step, or maybe one money dial adjustment you could make this week? Just one small thing to start designing your rich life. Something to consider.